So great morning, everyone. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. So let's see what we have. I pulled the first cards that are ruling the reading, if you want, and it's saying what's being embodied or needs to be embodied is an SOS, distress, okay? Act with urgency, assistance needed. And it's time to take some sage advice. Listen from those that know, and they have hit rock bottom. Okay? Hit rock bottom. So let me move these out of the way, and I'll grab a deck. And we'll see what it has to say about that. And, well, we see Trump getting more desperate every day. He's getting more crude, with reporters that ask him straightforward questions. Now he doesn't want to let anybody in from a third world country. He's melting down. And getting worse day by day. So let's see what the cards have to say. Here we go. So the reading's about, not a surprise, the devil, the dark one, his ongoing dark manifestations of drama, okay? So the energy coming into it is about, he's ruled by the mind, this ongoing drama with him, wanting to try to control the narrative, but it's also this dark mental state that he's always in. So above it, we have the burden of dealing with his dark mental state. Foundation is, they're starting to feel battle weary with this guy. You know, how much longer can they stand guard when it comes to working with Trump? So today we have the Magatonians, the ones that were Trump supporters. And what's going on now, again, challenge is what's being offered up, what's coming up now. So let's see what we have above it. Yeah, the Chariot, things are moving. They're driving this. They're looking at rock bottom, SOS, the sky's getting more unhinged day by day, and new information coming out when it comes to the Magatonians and what's being offered up. The Republicans. Oh, now Trump is saying it needs to be changed to T-publicans, okay? Now you all have to claim that you're Trump-publicans. So what we have here, potential outcome, is about the evidence in hand. Outside influence facing losses, okay? They can't keep holding back the Epstein files, the evidence there. Above it, concrete. Something new coming out concretely, and yes, it's moving. Things are moving. Actions happening with what they're trying to juggle, what's being handed out. The Six of Pentacles. Okay, weighing what is coming out. So they're weighing what's coming out They see he's becoming more unhinged moment by moment. There's the burden moving forward to something more concrete. They're battle-weary, new information, and the actions that they are engaging in. Again, his mental state is getting worse. MAGA is looking at what's being offered up. And the evidence in hand, he's facing losses. And they are facing losses if they don't release the Epstein files and they don't start reining in this disgusting pervert that's in the White House. So let's go ahead, give these cards a ruffle shuffle, and we'll do the clarifying read and see what it has to say. Okay, so let's see what's in the center of it all. Temperance. They're looking at the reflection. How is this faring for them? So it looks like they're going to have to be looking at themselves, what's going on with all of this with Trump. Above it, things that are up in the air. The foundation, facing losses. So maybe they're looking, we need to temper this situation. On one side of it, we have, we know he's ruled by his emotions, his emotional instability. Above it, so it's about the actions, the fight of the actions being done. Foundation, justice. Justice, he's facing loss after loss after loss with the Justice Department. And when it comes to his attempting to manipulate things, the magician, okay? When it comes to his attempting to manipulate things, so the other side of it we have, he's tried to get away with this. And that's always his mindset, to get away with it, throw somebody else under the bus. It's always about the blame game, blaming somebody else, never taking responsibility. But above it, what's being built. And the foundation is things are starting to move more rapidly when it comes to losses and the Justice Department, etc. And his manipulation with what he's greed, what he's trying to hang on to, etc. So justice is continuing to build the case against him. Again, there is this ongoing fight of actions of trying to temper this fool that's more rapidly taking places. And they see everything he's trying to get away with and how he's trying to manipulate all of this. But what we have underneath of it, driving it, an end is in place, an end, rapidly coming to an end, okay? Transformation. He is hitting rock bottom. SOS. Listen up, people. This man has dementia. So they are pondering what to do next, okay? Figuring out the next action. Because the fight for truth is coming out. The night, new information. And they are looking, contemplating their life choices. The Fool. And what is being offered up now? What's coming out when it comes to the movement for the long term? So this Knight is in motion. Many times the Knight of Pentacles is just looking off in the future. holding on to things, concrete, what to do. This one is in motion, though. And so we have this message about an action, because the harsh truth is coming out, okay, about the wealthy and the arguments, because they are out in the cold, okay, and they see this guy. This is not just an abuse of power. This is somebody that wants to stick it to people, okay? He wants to just put that dagger in and twist it. So in this deck, the Five of Swords is more radical than in the other decks, okay? This is somebody that's actively out there to cause pain and hurt. So they are now soul searching. We've got the Hermit. He's losing people rapidly. When it comes to being pushed to the edge, when it comes to his desires, his drama, what he's trying to sell, when it comes to the Epstein things, okay? So, you know, all the other stuff that he's doing, things really revolve around the Epstein things not being put out. There is messages coming out, again, trying to block, but this is a Tower moment. The MAGA clan, when it comes to Trump, okay, the star, Trump, they are, you know, wanting to get through this. Now, this Six of Swords, again, is quite different in this deck, okay? Usually you see people in the boat, they're ferrying them, trying to get them to a better place. But in this one, he is out there, and all of these inconvenient truths are floating around that he cannot get away from, okay? And the wheel is turned. So, you know, his downfall is nigh. It's coming to an end. Again, the wheel is turning. We'll go backwards here and look at this again. The wheel is turning. He can't get out of it. He can't get through it. And he is on his own now more and more when it comes to this, when it comes to Trump. The Magatonians are fleeing now because they see the Tower moment, what he's trying to block with his messages when it comes to the Epstein things, when it comes to what he's trying to sell, and but at this point is being pushed to the edge. You know, he's got Bondi out there still trying to railroad things, but it's not going well. Feeling more and more alone, really wanting to stick it to people. He's out in the cold. The arguments are continuing when it comes to the wealthy. The harsh truths are coming out. And the messages about actions when it comes to the long term, moving on these things, offering up new things, looking at their life choices, and the fighting that they're doing with information, figuring out the next move and pondering all of this stuff, not liking what's coming out and saying it's time to bring it to an end, okay? So maybe they're getting closer to a 25th Amendment or to a impeachment. But I think in this time, if they have an impeachment, a whole lot more people are going to be on board with it than are not, because what we have driving the reading is, again, he's hitting rock bottom. They're maybe looking at some sage advice. We've got the SOS now coming out, and it's time to embody what we need, okay? It's coming to a crisis point. They're embodying this SOS, distress. Act with urgency, okay? Because we are hitting rock bottom, okay? So it looks like many, many more Republicans in the House and Senate are getting a clue that they're talking about a bunch more of them getting ready to jump ship and bail and saying, we're out of here. This is no longer a Republican Party, okay? Now Trump is saying it's the Trump Party. It's got to be the Trump-publicans, okay? And they're just going, you know, this is an end to our career. It's time to really jump ship, get out while the getting's good, or else we're going to be linked with all of his heinous stuff, and we don't want to have our names linked with this heinous stuff in history. So it's time to save ourselves. So on that note, I'll leave that here, and we'll see you online. We'll see if the cards are right or wrong. Thanks for tuning in.